So my hair's kind of doing a thing. I like it. Hey book lovers, it's Cindy Books today with a new video for you guys, and this one is going to be a similar kind of thing that you saw a few weeks ago, but you know, everybody loves movie reviews. This one's going to be about Insurgent, so get ready for that. How do you talk about Insurgent? Well, there's many different ways to do that, and today I'm going to be extracting many. Also talking about what other people that I went to go see it with and all my different friends, what they thought of the movie as well. So let's get started. I went to the Insurgent movie yesterday night, and I already knew it was going to be a good movie based on the fact that I just ate a whole thing of popcorn right before the movie started. But yeah, as I went through it, I'm like, oh yeah, the dialogue wasn't very good. I mean, except for Miles. Miles made that movie and all of his jokes, and he made a really good job of acting out as Peter, and the little comments, like, I loved how at first, whenever he was in line with Amity, and he's like, oh, hey, look, there's a rainbow, yeah, it's pretty, like, just sneaking past people in line, and all of his little, like, zingers and one-liners in the movie were so good, and I think that's what definitely got me off the track of saying all the dialogue was bad, because his dialogue was pretty good. Overall, I didn't hate the movie as much as some other people did. There's some things I can't really say anything on how different or close it was to the book because I don't even remember Insurgent. I don't know about you guys, but I read it a few years ago and it's kind of blurry. I didn't remember what happened in Allegiant. Of course, who doesn't? And I'm not going to say any spoilers, so don't worry. And I remember what happened in Divergent, but Insurgent's kind of a blur up there. So I couldn't really judge the movie based on what it was with the book. I just had to judge it on movie-based things like the acting and the dialogue, like I already said about that, and the CGI. Okay, they sold this movie on trailers saying, oh, our visual effects are going to be like the main thing. That's what they did with the Shatter Reality thing, because they're like, oh, this movie is going to be big on visual effects. The CGI was I mean, it wasn't completely bad, but the dream sequences were kind of Another thing I would like to point out, but this is like an acting thing, I was watching a Lizzie Books review of the movie, and she also came across this point that I was going to say. Ansel is such a great actor. The way he made Caleb run, my mom was like, seriously, he's so pathetic, like what? I'm like, you keep forgetting, he's not Dauntless trained like Triss and Tobias are, and Ansel played that off really well with his character, so props to him. I had to say that my top 5 actors in this movie would have to be Ansel, Theo, although most of the time he was supposed to be there just to look pretty, Shailene, Miles, and last but not least, Octavia Spencer, although she wasn't, like, exaggerated enough on how big of a character she was in the movie as she was in the book. Like, that's one part I remember. Like, Joanna and Evelyn were like big parts of Insurgent, but I didn't see Naomi Watts and Octavia Spencer that much in the movie. Oh, another thing that they left out in characters, Marcus. Marcus was supposed to be like with them most of Insurgent. We saw like maybe one scene and 3 glances of the character who plays Marcus. Like, what even, guys? I feel bad for him having to, like, stay on the sidelines of each day producing, only get to act one scene. I was watching other people's reviews, like main movie critics, not just booktubers. They also said that they thought Insurgent was basically a copy of Divergent. Of course, these people also said that Divergent is another Hunger Games, so not that their point matters, but it kind of was similar to, like, the plot. I mean, the same actions, the same, like, fight scenes. They were both based, word vomit. I can't speak today. I can't English. You guys know this. But the fight scenes were, like, the same as in Divergent, and it got old. Like, the action wasn't really action-packed. The only thing I was definitely really looking forward to was seeing Theo shirtless. And let me tell you about that. I want to see his body, not just his back. I know he has a really hot back, like he has a really nice back, don't get me wrong. But I want to see his abs and his chest and his muscles and... Why can't you give it to me, producers? Why? Why? I'm seriously not kidding about that. You could ask my mother. Every time, like, every 5 seconds in the movie, I'm like, when's Theo gonna take his shirt off? When's Theo gonna take... Why is his shirt still on? Like, off. Off with it. Off with it now. Another honorable mention that I forgot whenever I was talking about actors, Kate Winslet. She is amazing. She did an awesome job. Like, I fear her whenever I go to see the movies. I'm like, oh my god, Janine, what the hey? Like, Tristan's all about, oh, I gotta kill Janine. I'll be like, nope, cowers in corner. Not going near Janine. No, no, no. No, no. But yeah, she's just that good of an actor. And I loved all of her scenes and she's like, I was determined that she was like, you know those villains who they only do the wrong thing because they think they're doing the greater good? I was like, oh yeah, she's not that bad of a villain. Until when she finds out her greater good isn't actually good, she's like, oh yeah, still, whatever, kill them. I don't care. Nope. We're still gonna go my way even though I was wrong, and it's not good anymore. So that was like a total turn in characterness, and I was like, whoa, what? You're not good. No, no, no. The little sliver of hope I had of you being a good villain, no, not anymore. Greater good, it decided to start pouring rain. Okay, that's pretty much a summary of what I thought of the Insurgent movie. It wasn't that bad, but it definitely wasn't good. I'll tell you, we were doing like a little bracket thing on voting on books, and Hunger Games and Divergent were competing against each other. I'm like, oh, well, Divergent's books were better, but Hunger Games movies were better. So, of course, half my school population, not knowing how to read probably, voted because the Hunger Games movies were better, and that's how Hunger Games beat out Divergent in the bracket. And I'm like, but the Divergent books were so much better. But the Hunger Games movie, I have to give credit to Lionsgate, did a lot better than that Divergent movie franchise. But that's all I have to say about that matter. So that's about it for this little review, guys. Like, I'd probably give this not exactly a 3, maybe like a 2.95. Yeah, that might. Out of 5 stars, so that would kind of suffice what I wanted to say. And don't forget to like it up, and hit subscribe down below for more movie reviews, book hauls, and things like that. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye. Maybe I should reread you. Nah.